Please welcome President of American Principles Project, Terry Schilling.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. There's so many friendly faces here, so many unfriendly faces here, and so many new faces. We're so excited for all of you. This is obviously a very special night. It's my favorite night of the year because it's all my best friends, it's all my strongest supporters, it's my family. My son Bobby was very upset with me last year because I didn't mention him. I instead mentioned his sister Abby and his sister Reagan. So where's Bobby? Is Bobby he's here somewhere. Bobby, stand up. There he is, right back there. So there you go, you got it. You got your 5 minutes of fame. Bobby's very excited about tonight. He has no clue what Linda McMahon does for a living now. He's a huge WWE fan. He's been to WrestleMania as her guest at least one time. He went to SummerSlam this year, so he's a huge fan of Linda, but not as big as a fan as I am and our team are. But man, what a beautiful night. Allegra and the Huel Events team, thank you guys so much for putting on such a lovely event every single year. They're so dependable. My friends, last year I told you to burn the boats. You listened, and the results speak for themselves. The radical gender ideology that swept through our schools, our hospitals, and our daughters' showers is in full retreat. We didn't just slow it down. We crushed it at the state level, and now, with President Trump back in the White House, we are finishing the job. Look what we've already done together. 27 states have now banned biological males from women's sports. It's 27. More than 24 states have passed laws protecting children from puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and irreversible sex change and mutilation procedures. These laws say loud and clear, you do not get to sterilize our children for profit. That's not a footnote either. That's a firewall that is protecting tens of millions of children. And the American Principles Project fought in the trenches for every single one of those victories. And we won thanks to every single one of you in this room. These victories were not inevitable. No victory against a multi-billion-dollar industry with a nationwide army of propagandists ever is. It came from the bravery of our special sauce and our founder, Frank Cannon. Where's Frank? There he is. Frank is what makes us unique. But it also came from our board chair and MVP, Sean Filer. And our amazing board members, Maggie Gallagher, Brent Bozell, Martin Gillespie, and I hate to say it, Chris Bedford, who empowered APP to take on the Goliath. But let's give credit where it's due. On day one, President Trump signed executive orders that ripped the mask off of this barbaric industry. He restored the legal meaning of sex in federal law to biology, male and female, period. He ended the Biden madness that forced schools to let boys into girls' bathrooms or lose funding. He cut off the flow of taxpayer dollars to hospitals that mutilate confused kids. And because of those actions, we are already seeing the results. Youth transgender identifications have plummeted by more than 50% since 2020. And that's not just a statistic. Those are children that all of us in this room have helped to save. We expose the trans medical industrial complex for what it is, a multi-billion-dollar machine that preys on vulnerable kids addicted to lifelong patients who will never be whole. And we made it toxic. Doctors are backing away, clinics are shutting down, the spell is broken. Yet we are not done, my friends, not even close. We need a national ban. No more games, no more loopholes. Every child in every state must be protected from these ghouls in white coats who traffic in sterilization and misery. We need federal legislation that ends this evil practice once and for all, that holds the enablers accountable and makes sure that no American tax dollar ever funds this horror again. This is the next hill, and we will not stop until we take it. An American Principles Project is proud to recognize the fighters in Washington who will deliver on that promise. Senators Jim Banks, John Husted, Marsha Blackburn, congressmen like Ben Cline, like Brandon Gill, Harriet Hageman, Ronnie Jackson, John McGuire, Abe Hamadeh, Bob Onder, Barry Moore, Andy Biggs, Dan Crenshaw, Ron Estes, Gary Palmer, Tom Tiffany, Eric Burleson, Eli Crane, Paul Gosar, Andy Ogles, Keith Self, and P. Sessions, all of who have joined us here at some point tonight. Because this fight was never just about stopping the trans agenda. It was about proving that when big family shows up, united, fearless, and unrelenting, we win. And we win big. You can be married, you can be single, you can be childless, or you can have 8 kids and counting. As long as you think that saving the American family is the keystone to saving America itself, then you are part of this big and incredible family here tonight. The next great victory for families is staring us in the face, smashing the two-income trap. Nearly 20 years ago, a woman shot to fame by writing a bestseller. Here's what she wrote. Quote, "Having children has become the dividing line between the solvent and the insolvent. Today's parents are working harder than ever and falling desperately behind, even with 2 incomes. Today's middle-class mother can't afford to work, and she can't afford to quit." Things have only gotten worse since Elizabeth Warren wrote those words. The 2-income trap doesn't just ensnare young married parents anymore. The generation that survived COVID and gender ideology, they still bear the scars of despair, and more than 40% of them tell pollsters that they do not plan on getting married or having children. They are carrying the most debt in the country thanks to predatory student loans and facing an unemployment landscape in which entry-level jobs are disappearing. It's no wonder birth rates have crumbled, that there are millions of missing children and grandchildren in our country today. That lost and purposeless young men and women are placing their faith in radicalism and socialism instead of faith in family. Things look just as bleak in regards to family formation today as they did at the height of the transgender craze. We at APP are going to make good on the fight that Pocahontas abandoned. We will, thank you. We will fight to restore the dignity of the family as the engine for our economy. We will fight to make it possible again for one good income to support a wife, a home, and as many children as God sends you. We need laws that reward marriage and parenthood instead of punishing it. That's how we bring mothers and fathers home, rebuild the American family, and secure this nation for generations. We took on the most powerful and most deranged lobby in America, and we beat them. You kept your promise to APP, providing us with the funds, the resources, and the prayers to go out and fight. Last year on this stage, I made 2 promises of my own. First, that we would win these battles, and 2, that my gorgeous wife, Katie, would get pregnant again. Katie, stand up. She won't do it. Number 8's on the way in March. I will say, God is very good to us, and I know He keeps blessing us, and I don't know, I'm not making that promise again tonight, so this one, we keep our promises here at APP. Oh, I'm sorry. In 2026, let's go win it, all of it. Thank you, God bless, and God bless the American family.